Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches, and tonight I'm starting the vlog at night because I was going to start it this morning but I couldn't find the time to. So I'm about to start stitching, and this is Lilith of Labrador by Mirabilia, and I'm just going to fill in the skin with the water lilies, and if I can, I'm going to try to get as far down as possible so I can get to her tail tomorrow to stitch with the other green water lilies. But so far this is going really well. I'm having a lot of fun with this. And I forgot to talk about the fabric in my last video, but this is Haunted by Picture This Plus, 32 count. So I'm stitching 2/2, and I think this fabric goes really well with the color palette of the design. Like, you see the same tones of purples here, and the green is really similar to match the sea green on the fabric. So yeah, I'm going to start stitching now, so I'll talk to you tomorrow with some updates. So it's actually a little later. I got most of the skin finished on the working copy that I have, and it looks really good. I usually don't like to stitch lighter color on dark fabric because it could look really messy, but the water lilies are really nice to work with, and the coverage is really good. So I'm really happy with how the skin looks right now. So I'm going to continue this tomorrow, but I decided to put away my Simply Meant to Be because I don't think I'm in the mood of really confetti heavy stuff. I think I'm more into finishing right now, so I decided to put that away, and I'm going to take out Baker's Wife and work on that along with this, and I think that should be really fun. It would be awesome if I could finish Baker's Wife and Lilith in a row, but we'll see. So right now I think I want to work on my perforated paper project and start the dark red Krennic. I need to clean this up, but this is the red Krennic, and I think I'm going to work on this a little bit tonight before going to bed and try to finish this in December. I think that's pretty doable, and do the FFO as well. So I just took this off from the Q-Snap. I really like this project, but I'm just not into it right now, so I'm going to put this back in the whip pile and work on this sometime later, next year probably. And I already put Baker's Wife on the same Q-Snap, so this is a 14 by 17 inch Q-Snap, I believe, but for Baker's Wife I usually had it 17 by 17 using this Q-Snap as well, but because I want to work on these two at the same time, I couldn't do that, and I don't like to put the snappy parts on the stitching, so I had to avoid this middle. So the tension is not perfect, but I think it's good enough to stitch. So yeah, these two are ready to be stitched. So I'm going to rotate these two this week, and if I can, I'm gonna try and finish Baker's Wife because I have all of the materials to finish it. But tonight I'm going to work on this a little bit, so I think this is going to be my last update for tonight, so I'll talk to you tomorrow. I already talked about these last night, so I don't really have that much to say about them, but I just wanted to show it in daylight. So yeah, I really like how this is turning out. I think it looks really pretty, but I don't know if you could actually see it in this lighting, but it's really pretty in regular light. And then I also got this on the Q-Snap, and I have the DMCs now, so I'm going to start filling in these empty spaces and try to get all of the cross stitches done as soon as possible, because I just want to start the beading process. It's one of my favorite things to do, adding decorations, so I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm going to go back and forth with these two whenever I feel like it, and then I did stitch a little bit on my perforated paper project. So I started stitching with the new Krennic that I got, and it does look extra sparkly in this lighting if I move it like this. Not so much here, but here it looks really pretty when I move it like this because there's so much Krennic in it. But yeah, so that's it for now, so I'll talk to you later. So I was able to stitch quite a bit yesterday and made some really good progress. So comparing to the actual picture here, I think I'm about halfway, not by the stitch count, but in the placement. I think I'm right in the middle now. And I wanted to continue, but I had to find my other half of the working copy, so I just stopped and started working on Baker's Wife, which I'll show you in a minute. But I'm actually really happy with the stitches here because stitching lighter color on dark fabric can look really messy, but I think it looks really good. So I'm really surprised by the water lilies that I'm using. The coverage is really good, so really happy with how this is turning out. And I was looking at the chart, it calls for 2 types of treasures, and I don't have any of them, so I'm going to see if I could find something to replace that with after looking up what it looks like and where it's gonna go on the chart or on the fabric. But if I can't find a replacement, I think I'll just order it with the beads. I'm in the process of reducing my stash, so I'm always trying to convert everything before I get something, but yeah, so I'll let you know if I have something to replace those things with. And then on Baker's Wife, I only got these 2 places filled, and then I need to finish up here on the sleeves, also her hand, but there's also a lot of spaces that I need to leave out for beads, so I think I could finish all of the cross stitches within a day or 2. I think everything else except the oval, the outer frame, are beads, so yeah, let me show you the beads that I got. So I only got the 2 kinds, and everything else I'm going to convert to what I have, but I got this orange one because I thought it was a very specific color, and then 4 of these because this was like the main color on our hair and stuff, so yeah, so I have these 2 and a couple of other ones, so I'm going to do like half of the beads with what it calls for and the other half with just what I have in stash, because I don't think it calls for a lot of those. I can't remember exactly right now, but I didn't feel the need to get a whole pack for those. And then I did stitch a little bit on this, but I was watching TV. Let me put this over here. But I was watching TV with my parents, so I was really distracted, so I only got a little bit here done. But I'm going to try finish all of the red Krennic bite tonight. So I just finished all of the dress, well, the red parts at least, with this new Krennic that I got. I thought I was going to run out, but I made it, so I'm really happy about that. But I only used 1 strand of it, and I'm really happy with the coverage. So it looks really pretty, very sparkly, even in this lighting. So I can't wait to see it tomorrow morning in sunlight. So now, well, not now, but whenever I feel like working on this again, I'm going to start the lion again, and after that the lamb, and it looks like I'm almost near the bottom, so I think this is gonna end about right here. So I feel like this is going to be finished pretty soon because there's not a lot of stitches left to do. Hi everyone, so I tried to work on Baker's Wife, but because this is on a half-size Q-snap, I'm not really happy with the tension. because I'm trying to avoid Q-snapping the stitches. It's a little looser than how I like it to be to stitch. So tonight I'm going to work on Lilith, and then tomorrow I'm going to take this off from the Q-snap and put Baker's Wife in the full-size Q-snap so that I can actually finish it. So I'm going to work on Lilith tonight and try to make as much progress on it. And then tomorrow on Saturday and on Sunday, I'm going to just focus on Baker's Wife. And maybe I'll just keep on working on it until I finish it, beading and everything. So it's a little later, and this is how much I got done. And it's really fun to work with the water lilies. I really like the color changes. It's very subtle, but really nice and super soft. And I just really like how it looks on this fabric. I thought it might get lost because the colors are so similar, but I think it looks really good. And just like in Baker's Wife, I'm noticing all of these empty spaces, and these are all left out for beads later on. And the picture doesn't really show all of the details, but this is also just filled with beads. Also in her hair as well, in her headdress or headpiece. So I'm really excited about beading this one too. But yeah, I'm going to take a break from this for now and use this half of the Q-snap for Baker's Wife. But as soon as I finish Baker's Wife, I think I want to come back to this right away. So I just moved this to this full-size square Q-snap, and I like this way better than before. The fabric is pretty taut, and that's how I usually like it. It's really annoying when the fabric is loose and when it moves with the needle when I'm stitching. I just couldn't stand it when I was working on some of these stitches the other night, but I'm really excited to work on this again. So I'm going to work on this tomorrow and on Sunday, and hopefully on Monday I'll be able to start the beading process. And I don't know how long that's going to take because there are so many beads on this, but I'm really looking forward to it. Beading is my favorite part, so yeah. So I think my next video will just be about this project and just finishing all of the cross stitches and start beading and finishing it. I don't think I'm going to frame it or anything this time, but I'm just going to work on finishing stitching the project. And I think I finished all of the back stitching. I need to check still if I missed anything, but yeah, so that's it for this video. I'm going to start a new one tomorrow just with Baker's Wife. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week, hopefully with a finished project. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!